Good day. Today I'm going to show you on how to fix an issue with mirroring in SQL Server. Did you experience this type of issue? Database is not configured for database mirroring. Error 1416. The possible reason for this type of error is you probably there was an existing mirroring and you suddenly stop it and you tried to re-enable the mirroring again and on the same database, and this error will normally show. So I'm going to simulate that issue, and I'm going to open my VMware workstation. Here in my VMware workstation I have node 1 and node 2, and I'm going to configure my mirroring between these two nodes. Okay, I have in my node 1 I have 3 databases, and in here I'm going to uh, set up mirroring on this database, the test one. So okay, before uh, before you start, you make sure that you take a full backup of the test database in node 1. All right, but in here I'll show you in node 2 there is already a here in node 2 there's already a test database. All right, but this database, once we restore the backup, this will be replaced to a new one. So let's take a backup of the database in node 1. Node 1 will be the principal host for mirroring. Okay, right click the test database. In your case, it could be any database in your server, SQL Server. So right click task, click on backup, and uh, make sure it's a full backup. Then copy only backup and remove the existing, and click add, locate the location to where your backup will be saved. So I'll put this backup in my C drive under temp folder. So I'll just name the backup test point back, BAK, and click OK. Then in the media option, make sure if I'll just click overwrite and reliability verify that the backup verify backup when finished. And in the backup options, set backup compression. I'll just compress the backup and click OK. All right, it already made a full backup of the test database. Right now, let's take a transaction backup, transaction log backup. Okay, right click this database, the test database, tasks, backup, then remove the existing one, and from the backup type, click on transaction log, and click the location, click add, and set the location of the backup where you want to save it. I'll put it in the same C drive and temp folder. I name it test point trn because this is a transaction backup, transaction log, trn. Click OK. Then in the media option, I'll just click overwrite. But I'm sure there's nothing there, but I normally put overwrite. It's up to you. And reliability verify backup on finish. Then in the backup option, make sure it's a compressed backup. Then click OK. Right now, we have made a backup of the test in node 1. So let's copy the backup. Let's locate the backup first. It's in C drive in temp folder. Here are the backups. Test BAK and TRN transaction full backup. Copy this one, and I'll put this one in the shared folder in my VMware. So paste the two files. No, let's put it in temp folder. Paste. All right, that's good. And close this one. Let's go to node 2. Then go to my locate the shared folder in my VMware here under temp. Copy this backup. We are in node 2 right now. I'm just locating the backup and copying it and pasting it in my C drive temp folder. Same. So here is the backup from node 1. Let's close this one, and let's restore the backup in node 2. Right click on database, restore database, click on device, locate the backup, add in the C drive under temp folder, test point B back. Okay, and click OK. And in here in the file, just leave it. In the option, make sure it's overwrite if there's an existing one. Overwrite, and make sure you click the recovery state to restore with no recovery. And it's up to you if you will take a tail backup. But in my case, I'll take that one, and I'll just take the close existing connection to destination database. This is just if there are existing one, so it will be those connections will be closed, will be dropped, and proceed with this step. So I normally take that one and click OK. So right now, the database test is restored in node 2. And you can see the database test is in restoring mode. So right now, right click on the test database and click on task and restore transaction log. And here, click on from device, click the three dots, locate the transaction log backup. It's in C drive, temp folder, test.trn. Click that one, click OK. Then in the options, make sure you click this, leave the database non-operational. All right, restore with no recovery. All right, click that one and hit OK. Then the database test is now ready for mirroring. Let's go back to node 1. Mirroring should be set in the principal host where you're going the host where you want to to the database to be the server to be the principal or the host to be a principal. So right now I'm setting up the mirroring principal mirroring here in node 1. So right click on the test database, click task, and click mirror. And in here in the mirror folder, in the mirror, click on configure security. Click that one, then click next. Do you want to configure security to include witness server instance? In my case, I don't need that one. And for this example, I don't test that one only. I'll just click no. Then in here, principal will be node 1. This is the principal, and port 5022 must be set in your firewall to allow TCP 5022 port, allow connection to 504 under TCP port, right? Then next, and in here in mirror server, the mirror server will be the node 2, right? This is the server, this is the host that will be the serving the mirror database, right? Okay, so let's go back to node 1, click on connect, and choose node 2. and make sure in my if you have a service account, a domain account to use, make sure that it has the permissions to access the servers. So in my case, I'll just use the system admin account, system admin account. So I'll choose SA, then I'll connect to node 2, connecting to node 2, right? Then from here, click on next. And in here, in the principal and mirror, in the service account, it's up to you. This, I suggest that whatever service used in SQL Server in both nodes, for example, node 1 and node 2, I use the same service account. Let's go to SQL Server Configuration Manager. And here in the SQL services, uh, in the SQL Server service, I use my domain balai and the username administrator for this SQL service, right? I will use this because in node 2 I use the same user and domain. Let's go. This is in node 2 now. I'll click the SQL Server Configuration Manager, and in the skill service, see the one, this is node 2. SQL Server Service still is using the same account, balai, domain, and administrate for the user. So I'll close that one. I'll use this user, balai administrator, for the service account here in the principal and mirror service account in the mirroring configuration. So I'll type the domain and user. You can set your own service account. Make sure that it has the permission. And I suggest if you are use whatever is in the SQL Server service uh, domain account that you're using, it's better to use it in here. All right, and click next. Administrator, it's all good. So click next, then finish. And right now the mirroring is configured successfully, but right now it is asking to start the mirroring. Okay, let's see if the mirroring will work. Click start, and it worked. See that one? Okay, let's do a test record to be able to know who is the what server is the principal uh, server for principal, uh, what host is the serving the principal database for mirroring, is you will know from the database listed, because in here the database has labeled principal and it's synchronized. So this is uh, an identifier. This server is hosting a mirroring feature in SQL. And in the mirrored host in node 2, you will see a different one, and it's not accessible. Here, see the one in node 2, same database. It's called mirror, synchronized, and still restoring. Later on, it will change. Yeah, that's an identifier that this one is using the mirroring feature in SQL Server. So this one is the mirroring uh, host or database, and node 1 is the principal. Okay, so let's simulate this issue. Why this type of error happened? All right, I'll show you. Let's simulate that one. So, oh no, we'll simulate that one later. Let's see if the mirror is working. let's try to add record in the table. Let's select first how many records in the customer table on test database. It has 6 records. Okay, let's update that one. Let's add record. Let's close that one. Right click, edit. Let's add a record here. 777 G. So right now it has 7 records. All right, we added 1 record, so it's now 7. How do we know it's working? Let's close that one. How do we know? We cannot test it from here because this one is read only in restore mode. If you click that one in node 2, we're node 2 right now. How do we know that we've the record that we've added here is already replicated into node 2? Let's click node 2. Let's click this database. It will error out because it's in restoring mode, because it's being mirrored. You cannot touch that one. Read only, non-readable. So let's go back to node 1 and let's fail over to node 2. To do a failover is click that one, the test database, and let's click on task, then go to mirror, then let's fail over to the next node, right, to the mirror. Look what will happen right now. This will be the principal after. Let's click that one. Are you sure you want to fail over the image memory mirror database and close all connection to the current principal database? Okay, let's have a look. Okay, yes. Oh, it's finished the failover already. So let's refresh this one. We're in node 1. See that one? In here, the status change. That means this is the mirrored database now. Let's go to node 2. Refresh your database. Now it's the principal. Let's see if the record is updated here. Let's select 7 records. Okay, so the mirroring is really works. So right now, let's simulate this issue. Let's fail back first before simulating. Let's fail back to, because currently this is the primary, the principal host. So right click that one, right click on, we're in node 2 right now. Let's fail over back to node 1. Let's move the principal to node 1. Right click that one, task, click on mirror, then fail over. Yes. Okay, refresh that one. See the one, it's now the mirrored database. Let's go to node 1 again, refresh the database list. Now this is the principal. Okay, so now it's time to simulate this one. To first, to simulate that one, let's drop the mirroring setup. Let's remove the mirroring setup. And to drop the mirroring setup, you only drop it in the mirror host. All right, you don't drop it in the principal in the host where the principal database is stored. You only drop the mirroring setup under the host where it has the mirrored database. So let's go to node 2 and drop this mirroring setup. Let's click on new query, then okay, use master and go. This will, okay, this is just to change this settings here. Then what you're going to do is alter to remove the mirroring setup on both nodes, node 1 and node 2, alter database, database name, test, set partner off, right? Then enter. You can run that one. See that one? Refresh the database. It's still in, it's the mirroring is now gone, but you cannot access the database because it's in restoring mode. So to be able to access that one is you need to restore, type this one, restore database test with recovery, right? Highlight, then execute, then refresh this one, the database list. Now you can access. So the mirroring is already removed. So let's go back to node 1, refresh the database list. All right, the test, see the mirroring is already gone because the status principal mirror is already not present. So let's simulate this issue. Okay, to simulate that issue, we will recreate the mirroring again. Okay, to recreate, right click, task, mirror, click on mirror, then configure. Same steps. Next, no. Node 1 is the principal. Yep. Node, let's connect to node 2 and make sure that we're still using the same. Okay, SA. Then next, in the principal, I'll use balay. Okay, same. And next, finish. Okay, it's configured, but let's see if it works. See that one? See that? The database test is not configured for database mirroring. All right? Let's see. It's not configured. Now you know that's the reason. So there's a corruption somewhere because it won't allow you to start mirroring again because of the previous setup. So what you're going to do, just review, uh, just rewind what I've done from the start. Just take a backup of the database, and pull backup of the database, take a transaction log backup, and restore it in Node2. And that's how to fix the problem. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you will subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.